Yes, my dear students, today we are here. I am here with a very interesting poem that is Macavity, the Mystery Cat by T.S. Eliot. Before starting the poem, I would like to tell you that we generally have pets at home, and these pets they are just related with the emotions and they arouse love, the emotions like love in us. But this poem is having a very different scenario. That is that the pet in the poem, this Macavity, the mystery cat, it is not a normal cat. Rather, it is not a source of bundle of joy, but it is a bundle of mischiefs. It shows the big side of the pets. Yes. So these are the pets we usually have, and they symbolize love and affection. But the point here, the cat here we have, it is not a normal. It is a mysterious cat. It is a source of mischievous crime in the poem. Before starting this, before going for the poem, I would like to share something about the poet, that T.S. Eliot. T.S. Eliot was born on 26 September 1888. He was an essayist, critic, a playwright, and well-known poet of 20th century. Some of his famous poems are The Wasteland, Love Song of J. Alfred Prufrock, Naming of Cats, and many more. And he was awarded with Nobel Prize for Literature in 1948. Now this Macavity, the mystery cat, is taken from Old Possum's Book of Practical Cats, only book written for the younger audience. So the first part of the poem, there is introduction regarding the pets. Before proceeding or describing the poem, I would like to recite the poem first for you. Macavity is a mystery cat. He is called the hidden paw, for he is the master criminal who can defy the law. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair, for when they reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. Macavity, Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He's broken every power. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare, and when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. You may seek him in the basement. You may look up in the air. But I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. Macavity is ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. You will know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply domed. His brow is deeply lined with thoughts. His head is highly domed. His coat is dusky from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He sways his head from side to side. His movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide and awake. Macavity, Macavity, he is no one likes Macavity. There is no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. You may meet him in a by street, you may see him in the square. But when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. So students, here we see that this poem is about a mysterious cat. Now this mysterious cat is, I would like to describe from the very first line of the poem, that is, Macavity, Macavity's mystery cat, he is called the hidden paw. Now the poet here has used the word hidden paw, and he is titled like that only. This is the only cat, this is the only pet we can say in the full history that is taken as a criminal. Macavity is a mystery cat. Mystery is the thing that which is not clear to anybody. He is called the hidden paw. He is not in front of, he is not visible to others. Why? For he is the master criminal who can defy the law. Here the poet says that he is a master criminal. He is not a normal criminal. Rather, he is a master criminal who can defy the law. Defy here means violate. He is the bafflement of Scotland Yard, the flying squad's despair. Now the words used are flying squad's despair. Flying squads here are the main detectives of Scotland. They are known for their detection. They are the supreme, we can say. And he is the cause of confusion, even for those. Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He has broken human law. He breaks the law of gravity. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. Means even a fakir. His powers of levitation. Levitation, here you will get in your glossary also. It is a floating in the air. And it is not a, we can say, normal scene. It is not a normal part to be in the air. And when you reach the scene of crime, Macavity is not there. The police or the people, those who search for him, when they reach the spot, he is not there. You may seek him to be in the basement, you may look up in the air, but I tell you once and once again, Macavity is not there. But when we reach the place or the people who are searching for him, when they reach the spot, he is nowhere. Macavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. Here, the poet, he describes the Macavity. Macavity is a ginger cat. He is very tall and thin. Means you might be asked to describe the Macavity also. Here is a description of Macavity. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. If you observe Macavity, his eyes are sunken. Means when we look at someone's face, then that person is very genuine, that person is gentle, then we have a smoothness in the eyes of the person. But he's having that kind of shrewdness. I use the word shrewdness. That kind of shrewdness is there on his face. You would know him if you saw him, for his eyes are sunken in. His brow is deeply domed with thought. If you observe the face of the Macavity, his brows are domed. His brow is deeply lined with thoughts. When we think about something, when we are in normal situations, when we are peaceful, there is cool calmness on the face, on the forehead of the person. But when it is full of thoughts, when you are thinking, when you are involved in thoughts, when you are just planning something, so then some lines are on our brow. Brow is the forehead. His brow is deeply lined with thoughts. His head is highly domed. Domed, if you get for the word domed, so that is when we have a little higher place. जैसे मंदिरों गुरुद्वारों के ऊपर जो हिस्सा बना होता है on the roof, highly domed जिसको हम बोलते हैं, that is domed. Now, next part is his coat is dusty from neglect. His coat is not, means when we have a goodness in our personality, or we like to wear clean and neat and clean clothes. But his coat is dusty from neglect. His whiskers are uncombed. He swayed his head from side to side. His movements like a snake. And when you think he is half asleep, he is always wide awake. Now his coat is dusty from neglect. His clothes seems dusty. His clothes seems neglected. Again, his personality, his whiskers are uncombed. Better whiskers are the hair on the face. We say beard, or like cats have some hair on their faces. He sways his head from side to side. Sway means moving from left to right with movements like a snake, just like a snake move on the earth or plane. And when you think he is half asleep, when you feel that he is asleep, he is so smart, he is so sure, that he is always wide awake. We think, or the other people think, that he is sleeping. If you feel that he is sleeping, but he is not sleeping, he is always involved in planning something. Macavity, there is no one like Macavity, for he is a fiend in feline shape, a monster of depravity. Now, monster of depravity who defy all the rules, who has moral corruption. Depravity here means moral corruption. So he is fiend. Fiend means devil. Again, negative words are used for this Macavity. You may meet him in a by street. You may see him in the square. One the moment he is in the by street, he is in the streets, and sometimes in the square. But when a crime is discovered, then Macavity is not there. But when someone try to discover him, he is nowhere. Now here I would like to here mention that the law of gravity in the first stanza, these are all the qualities of description of Macavity. Macavity, there is no one like Macavity. He has broken every human law. He breaks the law of gravity. Mark the words here, law of gravity. But a gravity is that when we walk, due to gravity, you know that we are able to walk on the earth. But this Macavity, he breaks the law of gravity also. His powers of levitation would make a fakir stare. This means that when he is power of levitation means moving in the air. These are the some kind of supreme powers which give like fakir, even it make the fakir stare. Fakirs are also astonished. So you see that in this poem we read about Macavity, who is not a normal cat but a mystery cat. I hope you enjoyed the poem. Thank you.